You know, this was the performance that really changed space and time. A few of his dances, we call them timekeepers.
And he created a whole vocabulary of timekeepers, whether it's with his hip or with his little side stomping with the ankle.
That's right.
Or he'll stomp with the foot.
With that, you can sing. You see what I'm saying? And it looks like you're dancing. It's a bit of a trick, right? And you walk over here, and switch the mic, flip the coat, put the hand in the pocket. You could do few things here and there that only you can do if you know your song and your music.
You know, when you see him glide across the floor or pop, it's a special effect. He saw magic in that dance.
Look at that. If you pause each moment, is an iconic silhouette. It's the hat, it's the arms, it's the tapping of the leg, right? The kick.
To see a Black man standing on his toes, seeing that and not being conscious of it has made generations of Black, brown, white, whatever color kids feel like anything was possible. It's bigger than I think we think and acknowledge.
After Mike finished, the producer had to get on the microphone and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, please, please gather yourselves and take your seats. We have more show to tape. There's much more show coming." And it took a minute for people to get their ties back together and the women to put their wigs back on.
Okay, I have one question for you. Who was the unfortunate artist who had to come on?
I don't remember.
I think that was the moment that he had his breakout moment from the group. That song, Billie Jean, and the way he performed it on that night set the standard of what it was to be a megastar.
The next day after the show, when Fred Astaire called my house, he said, "I saw the show last night, I taped it, I watched it twice this morning," and he said, "You were incredible, you're a hell of a mover, and you really put them on there." Yes, he said. And I said, "God, thank you, it's so wonderful for you to say that, because I think you're the best." And that was my real reward, because I think he's brilliant.
To a classical dancer, it's about your line, it's about the shapes that you're making, and Michael does that. That to me is very similar to a trained dancer, even though he wasn't trained. He would have been the ideal ballet dancer. The proportions of his body, he was lean and long, and just had like a natural instinct when he moved, but there is such precision and clarity. He was a perfectionist. And that's what dancers are. You know, you don't commit that type of time and sacrifice your body, the injury, all of those things if you don't have the passion for it and the love for it. And all of that sums up Michael as a dancer, as a performer, as an artist.
Michael Jackson didn't invent dancing on film, but his particular synthesis of the Nicholas Brothers on one hand and Bob Fosse, Astaire, popping, locking, moonwalking. No one had ever put those elements together before like that. You can see it all the way through from Billie Jean and Beat It and Thriller all the way through to all of these other artists. Look at MC Hammer. You can't touch this. Then you go forward to like Usher and Justin Timberlake. And then you go farther forward to Justin Bieber, Doja Cat, Bruno Mars.
Michael is emulative. You look at BTS, you can see it.
I'm all in with BTS. I love those guys. Every move they do is all Michael Jackson. Michael created that.
The entire K-pop wave, they've all studied Michael in terms of stage clothes, video clothes, and stagecraft. There's a great video, if you watch BTS, there's a lot of Michael Jackson. You see it in their dancing. So the entire K-pop movement, they're students of the game. You can look at a number of millennial hip-hop artists, Polo G being one of them, 23, 24 years old, from Chicago, yet he's very much entranced with Michael Jackson, and he uses Michael Jackson music and imagery in some of his music.
Smooth criminal, Mike Jack, and I still like to throw the 4-5 like Mike back.
It was just a night I was riding around, I was riding my car, and I was just listening to Michael Jackson interviews. I wasn't listening to music, I was just listening to his interviews. And I just came up with this idea, like, maybe I should do this song and this instrumental and just really mess everybody's head up, because I know they wouldn't be expecting that from a young artist.
Tell me, honey, are you okay? Screaming out, no way. Tell me, honey, are you okay?
Because I remember my grandma had this same exact album. My auntie, who was her daughter, she was a big Michael Jackson fan, so she always had us listening to him. So I remember her having this one exactly.
It's pretty wild. It says how powerful the imagery that Michael created was.